desired. God told, Jesus told Simon that. Satan has desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat. Just throw you any which direction, and there's no common sense. There's no rationale to it. But I'm glad that Jesus said, I have prayed for you. In other words, there's a way. Moses, you probably won't get it, but I will make a way through. I will make a way. You don't get it yet. God himself, he didn't say you would find it. God will make a way where there is no way. Well, if there isn't any way, how can you find a way? Because there's no possible means of getting there. And God said, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you can't see anything. And by the time I'm done with you, hopefully you'll know that it's me that did it. And now this thing varies so much because every one of us get in predicaments. It can be raising kids, it can be raising chickens, it can be... We just get in our dilemmas. Then we ask dumb questions. I said, well, what happened? I'm sick. Food poisoning, bad. And I prayed over the meal and everything else. Well, we don't always know why that stuff happens, but God allows things to happen so that he can get some glory out of your life. Hallelujah. Satan has desired to have you. I'd like to tell anyone within the sound of my voice, once you give your life to Christ, he said, blessed are those that if you're reviled, if you're persecuted, you're blessed. Jesus was telling Simon, I have prayed for you that your faith will not fail. And after you get converted or turned around, you go strengthen the brethren. The Lord has made a way for us. If we'll hang with it, we'll find that way attached onto prayer. You with me yet? Prayer is that avenue when there is no way out of anything, we still have the availability of prayer, and on the end of our prayers, there's a way through it. I said that on the end of your prayers, there's something that's attached to it. I want to go back into Luke 18 and read the little story. It's a parable, actually. Beginning to read at verse 1, it says, and he spake a parable, Luke 18, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Oh. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. God's made a way already through the avenue of prayer for your circumstances. This is the parable. Saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward he said unto himself, or within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. Far Gone, Way Gone had a saying. You don't remember that old cartoon? He says, some people are like a tattoo. They get under your skin. This woman was getting under his skin. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? He wants to find favor in the earth. So attached to your prayers, there's a way through. You don't always know the way through, but he said he will make the way plain. Is it helping anybody yet? Wife and I have been quite a few different predicaments, and there was no way out. From finances to a number of different things that have come our way. There hasn't been any of that. What are you going to do? You look at one another with a blank stare. I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. Then you ask one another. Then if it's real bad, she said, well, you're the husband of the house. You want to know something. And I can look back at her and say, but I don't know. Sometimes there's just no way through anything. You can make all the phone calls you want to make. You can do everything you want to do. But unless we start praying, and I believe God has called us in this particular place right now for us today, some of us are in predicaments, and the best thing we can ever start doing is beginning to pray. The world is in it. The state is in it. The company's in it. The church is in it. Everybody is in need, and we need to begin to pray. If we don't pray, there is no other way. It rhymes, huh? If we don't begin to pray, there is no other way for us to make it through. And God looked down from the portals of glory. Yes, I know He sent His Son to die for us. But He made an avenue through which we can live life and make it through the difficult circumstances that we're in, and it's called prayer. We mentioned last week about Elijah praying for rain.